Welcome to Overdrive AF, the official podcast of Overdrive Fitness. My name is Teddy Gerzon, and I'm joined by Gina Marie Gerzon.
Hello.
Looks like I was coming in hot there. I was recording off the charts. Sorry to anybody that I may have, if I blew out your eardrums in the first 5 seconds. Here we are, episode 171 of the Overdrive AF show. And we are approaching Super Bowl XLVIII 58. That's 58 in Roman numerals. So it is a rematch of the Super Bowl from, I believe, 4 years ago. And that was also the Chiefs and Niners.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which I was upset about the Chiefs winning that one too. So I'm hoping for a different outcome this time around.
Mahomes was not the quarterback at that.
Mahomes
yes, he was a quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I do remember you being upset about that.
Yeah, because I really like Nick Bosa and that defense of the Niners. So, it's offense always gets all the glory, but it's an old saying, but defense wins championships, right? Mm-hmm. And I just love the way that defense plays: violent, fast, rough. They're just solid all the way around. Bunch of bros too, if you ask me. Like Nick Bosa's he's definitely a bro.
I think you need a little bro in football, though.
Yeah, I would say he's a little cocky, but I don't know. I love that too because and when you're that fucking good, you earn the right to be a little cocky. Right. So we know who I'm rooting for. Who do you want to win?
Not the Chiefs.
So
just because.
Are you an anti-Swiftie?
I just no, I'm not. I mean, she's very talented. What I don't like is that she's a fan just like everybody else, mm-hmm. and she doesn't need private security walking her onto the field and then off the field to kind of make everything obvious. I mean, everybody should be treated the same way. She's still a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like as the years go on, it's more and more that you start to see, because I learned so much from you about football and the calls and the plays and everything, is that, I don't know, shit seems to be like staged sometimes. Almost feel like things get swayed in different directions just because there's more money on one than the other, or I don't know. It's just weird. And people can disagree with me on that. I know you kind of feel that way too.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that feel that way that never used to feel that way.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's kind of annoying because at the end of the day, it's all about who's the better player and who's the better team. It's not,
mm-hmm.
What calls you're making and who's getting paid off
mm-hmm.
kind of thing. It's kind of BS. So.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pat Mahomes is an amazing quarterback, right? And Travis Kelce is a great tight end. But, as far as bros and the Niners, too, you got George Kittle.
Well, at the end of the day, they're the NFL, and they're just trying to make more money for the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, for the NFL.
Yeah.
So they're using every strategy they can to create more revenue, and I get it. But at the end, sometimes it's just...
Yeah. They literally pander to every pandemic. Every demographic. They pander to every demographic.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could throw pandemic in there too, because they're all about the fucking jab too.
Mm-hmm.
But they celebrate Latin History Month, Asian Pacific Islander Month, obviously Black History Month. They do a whole cancer month, breast cancer awareness month, right? All the commercials are, they have a lot of commercials regarding the military, but then also, I guess if you want to say BLM, but not really, right? But, social justice, I should say, that would be a better term to use.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you could see their message is actually, it's so spread out in so many different directions.
It's very
not
diluted.
Really clear.
Yeah. It's very diluted.
So but what is clear is it's about this.
That's always, but it just seems like it's become more and more lately,
they're shoving it down your throat. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, we get it. You're
Yeah.
you're a for-profit business. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But we fucking get
Football is football, though. It shouldn't be music. It shouldn't be who's dating who.
Mhm.
It should be who's playing, what's the game, where are they up, where are they down,
Mhm.
like that.
Well, that's
'Cause
why, yeah.
That's what you get excited about, you know?
And you've heard me say, like, since we started dating, I hate the Super Bowl. I personally hate the Super Bowl because it's not a real game. It's it's actually 2 games, right? Because the halftime is like a half hour, when it's actually usually 12 minutes, and it's 20 minutes in college, right? So it's just insanely long, and I don't like it. I don't want to spend 6 hours watching a game, right? You shouldn't have to, because all the fucking
Especially on a
commercials.
Sunday, too, right?
But anyway, what we wanted to talk about today was actually, it's a question that was brought up by a few people in the past week. And
It always seems to be a question every year, too.
and that's important that people are actually conscious about what they're about to step into. And they want to do their best to stay on track, right? Because, let's face it, Super Bowl, I mean, it used to be in January. Now it's in February, usually first or second week of February, depending on how the season starts, right, in August and September. But everyone starts off the new year with their New Year's resolutions. Most people wind up quitting on them by January 12th, right, that's why it's a National Quitters Day, right? That's an actual day now.
Really?
Yeah, because most people quit in their resolutions by that day.
Wow,
Every single
that's pretty sad.
year, right? So come February, those that are left hanging, this is usually the weekend that they fuck up, and then they just give up, right? When they shouldn't. You just got to get back on the horse, right? But what we want to go over today was, some ways to stay on track, help you stay on track, and not overeat on the Super Bowl, let alone grossly overeat, right? Because we do expect that it's probably going to happen, and we do preach balance. So we do want you to still have a social life while chasing the body you want.
Yeah, still
it's
enjoying
just finding,
Finding
the right balance of everything, right?
Yeah.
So, I know we have some.
Prepping ahead of
ideas.
time, right?
Yeah.
I'm good. I keep my mic a little bit further away on purpose.
So, because you leaned into it. That's what I'm saying.
I know I leaned into it, but then everybody can hear me a little better.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, I see. I'm not the only one blowing out eardrums today. This is a team effort. We're here to deliver.
I was more
knowledge.
ninja style, though. That was like,
I did not fulfill this stereotype.
You were just all up.
Yeah. We wanted to go over some food, some recipes, some ideas you can use on Super Bowl Sunday to stay on track.
Yeah, and not just for Super Bowl Sunday, but this is really great for just prepping all around.
Your everyday life.
And staying balanced.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead. You want to hit it off?
Well, I mean, I'll just mention right off the top of my head the 4 things, or I'll keep it at 3 actually. So the 3 things that are really my staples for Super Bowl Sunday foods, and number 1 is chili. I love having chili. Right?
And you make a very good chili.
It's one of the few things I can make.
It's very good.
I'm a solid steam bag vegetable guy, right? Chef Boyardee greasy. So, no, but I love making a chili, and one easy way to make it healthier is actually be aware of the beef or whatever protein you're going to use in it, right? So, most of the time, people make a ton of it. So they'll go to like Costco and buy like that fucking tube of ground beef, which is like 72% lean. It's so fatty.
Very fatty, yeah.
Get yourself some like 90% lean grass-fed beef, right? It'll still come out amazing because it always does. That's what we do. That's how we make it. And when we make it, people don't even realize that it's quote-unquote healthier, right? Mm-hmm. So it's still going to be delicious, right? It's just going to come down to the way you're prepping it, the seasonings, everything else you're going to add in. Maybe it's like onions and garlic and peppers, but make it the way you want.
Beans if you want or not.
Simply just switching to a leaner protein, even if it's a turkey or a 99% chicken or a turkey, right?
Absolutely.
It's still going to be amazing. So that's number 1. Number 2, and you made this for me actually, our first Super Bowl together, potato skins.
Yes.
So potato skins are amazing, right? I'm a huge bacon guy, right? And I feel like you can't be American without loving bacon.
And we did them healthy, right?
We did them healthy.
We did not fry the potato skins.
No, they were baked.
We baked them, and then we scooped them out.
The bacon was well done, right? We used, was it a non-fat or reduced fat sour cream? Regardless, you don't have to go full fat.
But we could even use a fat-free sour cream if you like it, a low-fat sour cream, or even a Greek yogurt.
Yes.
The Greek yogurt is excellent. A low-fat Greek yogurt, a non-fat Greek yogurt. Then you get some protein in there too.
Yep.
So we did that. And you could do a regular cheese or a low-fat cheese on those. You could put the chili on the potato skins if you want. You could have the bacon pre-cooked. You could cook it real quick in the microwave, several minutes. It comes out nice and crispy. Break it up, nice. Scatter all of those delicious ingredients on the potato skins, and then just throw those bad boys back in the oven just to heat them up a little bit. And everybody can kind of take what they choose, you know. And potato skins can be, you know, if you have like 4-ounce potatoes, or even like maybe the fingerling potatoes.
Yeah.
Right? If they want to do something bite size, they can do that too. So,
and then another way, if you're trying to be carb conscious, right? Switch out the potatoes for zucchini.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
I mean, like, and that's not weird too, because, you know, a lot of people do love zucchini chips. So, I mean, in a sense, you could just make a regular zucchini chip in the air fryer and then turn that into a skin, a zucchini skin after that. So, those are two of my favorites, and totally slipped my mind on the third.
Wings. You liked wings?
Yes. How could I forget? I fucking love this. I did a wing tutorial on how to eat wings.
That you did. People should look that up because it's a memorable one.
I was actually going to share it again.
You and Desi.
Yeah. So,
you and Desi.
Yeah, an easy way to just make your own wings, right? Again, air fryer. Air fryer is amazing, right? It's just going to come down to how you want to make it, the seasoning and everything. You can just simply use like salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder. Like those four go a very long way. If you want to make it spicy, like I love spicy, then you just toss it in a bowl with some hot sauce, season them shits up, throw it right in the air fryer. It'll come out nice and crispy. The texture will be great. Now, I worked at a place in college called Wings, which we sold wings. It was like a Planet Wings, but up in Syracuse, right? Those were double battered. I would not recommend those if you're trying to be conscious about your calories.
We'll just leave those for another day.
Those are fucking delicious, but you will go over in your calories very fast with a few of those. So I would
those are belly bombers.
Those are definitely belly bombers, yeah. Well, it's a good thing I was in a bachelor pad at the time. God forbid I had to share a bathroom with a woman. That would have been terrible.
Hey, now.
But moving on. I know you had some great ideas too.
Well, I think having a crock pot on hand, having an air fryer on hand, there's so many different options. You can even just kind of batch up like large amounts of chicken. We can shred some chicken up, right? And even if somebody wanted to make, kind of make your own tacos or make your own fajitas or make your own burritos, just cooking that in a little bit of chicken broth or even water. Sometimes we like to do a salsa verde, like I'll throw in a nice 16-ounce container of salsa verde. I'll throw in whether it's legs, thighs, chicken breast, and a little bit of honey, and a little bit of broth, just so that we have enough. It keeps everything nice and juicy. We'll cook those guys out and girls out, everybody, like 4 to 6 hours, depending upon. Normally, if we go home for lunch real quick, I'll put everything together and it's up and ready for us for dinner. But it just take a few hours, and then those who just want to kind of have, bite-sized legs, bite-sized thighs, finger foods, or we can shred up the chicken, and then you can have tortillas ready, chips ready, even toasted bread ready. Everything can be there available for them. You can have your cheese set, your sour cream or Greek yogurt set, anything that needed to be chopped up, tomatoes, onions, like a salsa, like a raw salsa, tomatoes, onions, peppers, maybe some guacamole or avocado. People can make their own so that they can sit in front of the TV, sit at the table. Nobody's interrupting anybody else. They can kind of grab and go as they choose. I think that's great. Anything that's sheet pan based, Again, chicken thighs, chicken legs, chicken wings, even making your own beef patties, turkey patties, chicken patties. You can throw some veggies on there, potatoes on there. It's really up to your imagination. Spray everything down with an olive oil spray, a coconut oil spray, a grapeseed oil spray. Season everything to your liking. Maybe some fresh garlic, fresh herbs, basil, rosemary, thyme, sage. Like, make it fun. Spices, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and then again, you want to do Mexican style chili powder, you know, cayenne, whatever, cumin. Throw all those things in there. Just get everything on the sheet pan. Just expect it to be in there for, you know, maybe 10 to 30 minutes. It just depends on what you're cooking. Check the temperature, make sure everything's cooked through. Take it out, put it on a platter, and everybody can kind of take what they want. You can do the same with if you wanted to cook a healthier potato or sweet potato fry or a veggie fry. You can do those in the air fryer. You can also do those on a sheet pan. And again, we do that all the time too. I love that. Buy your fresh herbs, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, spray, and just kind of coat everything. Olive oil spray, coconut oil spray, grapeseed oil spray, avocado oil spray. You know, that your oven should be on either 350 to 400. And again, just check everything. You know, toss it every 10 minutes, check it, and then see how it goes. Like, these are all things people can just kind of grab and go. It's easy. They can grab what they want, put it on the plate. We also love to do just cooking out a nice amount of ground beef on the stovetop, cooking or ground turkey or ground chicken or both in different pans. A little bit of olive oil spray. I like to get the pan hot first, sear everything off, break it up, and then start to season it. Salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and again, depending upon what theme you're going on. So if it's more Mexican, more Asian inspired, so use what you need. Coriander, cumin, you know, toasted sesame oil, like sesame seeds. I don't know, the toasted chili powder. Like, what are you going for? And then have the appropriate condiments ready. So a little bit of Greek yogurt, a little bit of fresh cilantro, a little bit of shredded cheese, a little bit of sliced avocado, a little bit of shredded tomato, sliced tomato or cubed tomato, onion, whatever's going to make things easy. If the theme was, okay, so we want to put that over rice, or we want to put that over quinoa, or we want to roast up some potatoes, you can cook potatoes in the microwave and then scoop them out and make what you want. You want to make a loaded potato, scoop those bad boys out, throw some of that ground beef or chicken or turkey in there, top those bad boys with whatever you choose, and you got a meal, right? You got a meal. Yeah. Anything that's skewer based, so if you have the skewers ready, slice up some chicken or slice up some turkey or slice up some the leaner beef, maybe like flank steak or something, or tenderloin or something similar to that. Again, spray those guys and girls with an olive oil spray or whatever you like. Throw it in the air fryer. Throw it on the sheet pan. Those things take minutes. Yeah. And then have your lower calorie sauces on the side. So whether it's a tzatziki sauce you can make with Greek yogurt or low fat-free sour cream, stir in the dill. Anything that's maybe ranch based, you can find those ranch seasonings. Mrs. Dash has amazing seasonings that are salt free if your blood pressure is a little high. If you want to add a little bit extra salt, any of those Mrs. Dash seasonings, you can season those guys and girls up and then throw them in the oven, throw them in the air fryer. Everything is doable. And these are all things that we can have for the rest of the week. So if you end up prepping, say, that Saturday night before, that Sunday morning, you have all this food to kind of bring you into even halfway through the week. Yeah. And then you can meal prep again midway through the week or at the end of the week for the next week. So whatever works. All you need is an air fryer, maybe some sheet pans and an oven, a crock pot. This is a pan over a stovetop, some ground meat. I mean, it's easy. It's so easy. And you can make it, and make the good choices. So like Teddy said, 90% ground beef. Is it grass-fed? Is it not? Whatever you can get your hands on, I know. You can do the leaner chicken or the extra lean chicken. Combine those two. We do that too. Bison, if you like ground bison, which is another grass-fed meat. It's very healthy. It has a delicious flavor too. I mean, ground turkey, like whatever floats your boat. Make it fun. These things are leaner, they're lighter, they're more balanced, they're also very delicious. Add what you choose, make it fun, and, you know, hit your goals. Like, that's the whole point. And still be able to celebrate and do things and still eat well.
Yeah.
And feel satisfied.
No, it's I know it seems like a daunting task for a lot of people, but you know, when you start to really think about it and break it down, it's pretty easy.
So easy.
So these are all just simple ways to do it. What's great is we just deliver them to you really quickly, so you don't have to go online and have to read through everyone's bullshit instead of clicking jump to recipe. We just gave you the recipes. So
and just following basic just cooking patterns, like, you know, just cooking techniques. So if you're going to use the air fryer, if you're going to use the crock pot, if you're going to get the sheet pan set or on the stove. So there's 4 options right there. Or grill. If you got some people, my dad loves to grill even in the winter. So some people like to get on the grill when it's cold outside. Doesn't matter. You can still grill everything too and have everything that you need ready. Like, toast your bread if you need it, or have the bread ready. Have your rice ready, have your potatoes ready, have your grains ready, whatever. It's all there for you.
Sunday, it's going to be 50.
It's going to be nice, yeah.
You know, it wouldn't be the worst day to be grilling on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh my God, I remember.
What's that thing that a lot of people like? It's like that flat top outside. Was it Blackstone or something like that? That's,
like a griddle?
Yeah.
Like a, yeah,
I know that
you
could use that too, so...
I mean, there's been Christmases when it's been like 50, 55 degrees. I remember when I was younger, like, I just remember we were frying fish. Okay, so this is a very Italian thing. We were cooking fish outside on my parents' deck. I mean, my dad was wearing like his V-neck t-shirt. My mom was in capri pants. Like, it was so not the norm. But I mean, what I'm saying is like, I mean, and the grill is outside too. So plenty of times when it would be frigid cold and my dad would still be grilling when we were kids. Or it'd be, you know, warmer out. 50 degrees is still, you know, but you could do it. It's, people fry turkeys outside for Thanksgiving. You can do it. I mean, if there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely.
You know?
And I guess the last thing we want to talk about too is one of the top questions we always get regarding Super Bowl also.
Go ahead.
Alcohol, right? So if you're going to ask me personally, avoid beer. Do not drink beer. Right? It's one of the easiest things to consume on Super Bowl Sunday. It's also one of the easiest things to help you go over on your calories, right? With not much reward, right? So I'm not saying that alcohol is very, like, rewarding, but, you know, there's plenty of other options, right? So we always like to stick to, like, the clear liquors, like a tequila, a clear tequila at least, not like the cheap Cuervo that I used to shoot in college all the time, right? I personally like Scotch, right? Some bourbons are good, some are bad. You just have to really be mindful of what's in it, because some are sweeter than others. Obviously, they'll have more sugar, right? And then there's hard seltzers, right? 100 calories, a bottle, right? Now, here's the thing. If you are being mindful of your calories, right, and you are in a deficit, you're not going to need that much alcohol to get fucked up, right? So be mindful of, obviously, your alcohol consumption, but how you're eating will affect the type of buzz you will get, right? So another great thing to keep in mind too is, like, if you are chasing a buzz but you're not trying to overeat, you know, that's why we don't really like when people would have mixed drinks with like anything with sugar in it, right? Because sugar will slow down the absorption of the alcohol, whereas, you know, if you have a mixed drink with a Diet Coke or something, that alcohol just gets right into your bloodstream and you get fucked up faster, right? So if that's what you're chasing, you know, just drink it neat, on the rocks if you want. Make a mixed drink with a diet drink or something that has no sugar, like a seltzer. Yeah. And I would just avoid beer at all costs, right? Because you will feel bloated from it too. Some of the hard ciders, yeah, that can be a great alternative if you're trying to avoid the bloat, but they will have a ton of sugar in them too.
Yeah, so. And it's we're noticing too, a lot of the adults are, more and more of them are starting to complain about beer and gluten and you know, having those reactions and sensitivities to those things, and they're starting to switch to more of, what's the name of the brand again?
White Claw?
The White Claws or something, High Noon or something similar to that, because everything is gluten free. So you know, start to think about those things and how does your body react, and how well does it react to alcohol, and what types, and how it's fermented, and everything else. I mean, it's something to think about. I mean, that's a big deal. Tend to become more sensitive to things as we get older. It's nice to have variety in our lives regarding everything that we take into our bodies, so we don't create or build up these sensitivities to all of these different foods if it's always the same thing all the time. Give yourself variety.
Absolutely. You know? So, anything else to add?
No, I think that was perfect.
All right, bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's go Niners. I'm also rooting for the Niners, too, because growing up, I'm lefty, you're lefty, right? Steve Young was one of my favorite players. And fun little quick story. Anybody that's listening or watching this, if you ever followed Sports Illustrated for kids, right, they would always have like an athlete of the month or issue, whatever it was. And at the end of the little write-up on it, it would be like, there'd be a little blurb at the end that would say like how to send fan mail or something, right? How to reach the athlete. So I actually wrote a letter to Steve Young when I was in 3rd grade.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And I actually forgot that I had done it. So I just wrote, "You're my favorite player. You know, I love that you're lefty. I'm lefty also." And Boomer Esiason was also one of my favorites at the time too, because he was also lefty.
Yeah.
But anyway, loved watching Steve Young too, because he would scramble also. Very athletic, especially for a white dude. But so anyway, months and months go by. Totally forgot I sent the letter. Next thing you know, in the mail, I get this big yellow envelope from, and the address was the Niners, San Francisco Niners. I was like, why would the Niners be sending me something? I'm fucking 9 years old, right? So, and then, but the address, that's what really caught my eyes, because I realized that was my dad's handwriting. So what they did was they cut the address off of the envelope that I sent the letter in.
Oh.
Put it in there. They sent me a personalized letter, right? That was actually from, like, with the Niners letterhead and everything. It was like that thick, like almost like resume paper type of paper stock.
Okay.
And in that same envelope was it was a black and white 8x10 autographed photo of Steve Young.
Wow.
Doesn't
that make you feel special?
Holy shit. That was like...
At 9 years old?
That was awesome. Yeah. That was pretty cool. So,
I had to major year.
Oh, yeah, of course. Right? I was like, holy shit. And, you know, I've always been a Jet fan, but it's funny how most of my favorite players have always been on other teams, right? Like Hines Ward, Brian Cushing, obviously
Who
Steve
everybody
Young.
used to say that was your twin.
Hines Ward? Yeah. Because I was always smiling on the sideline, just like him. So
isn't he Filipino?
No.
He's Hawaiian? What is he?
No. I don't... What is he? Half Korean, or is it Vietnamese? It's one of
he's black and Korean. Right.
Yeah.
I apologize. Yep.
So, yeah, that wraps up this episode of the Overdrive AF show, podcast episode number 171, Super Bowl XLVIII. Right? Anything else to add?
No, I think we're good.
So we are out. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next week on another episode of Overdrive AF. Until then, peace.